married life. Enjoy it. Yes. Take care of my sister.
Wahala deo. Wahala deo. You don't cuss. So let's talk about some things, honey. Let's talk about some things, baby. Loki, y'all know I'm a child of God, honey. And sometimes I can't help being messy. It's just in my blood, you know. I just like it. Like it's just, I don't know if it's maybe on my father's side or my mother's side or both sides, because both of my auntie, honey, they like to give in some tea. So since I grew up amongst them, I can't inherit both sides. What do y'all think? Anyway, enough with moi. Let's talk about something, okay? So, in the beginning, that right there was DAVIDO having a casual conversation with Mr. Jukes, which personally I like. Personally, I like. Some people swear that they don't know each other. Yeah, probably in personal level. But honey, as you can see, DAVIDO definitely recognized, okay, his in-law. Okay, you heard him say, you better take care of my sister, oh. Hey, you better take care of my sister. But anyway, that's just about that. I saw that video being talked about a lot on social media, and personally I'm happy for the networking that Juma Jukes and his team are doing for the sake of his brand. You know, he was quiet for me, okay? Some of us who don't like to keep their mouth shut had something to say about it. Okay, some of us felt like, you know, Juma Jukes, you need to move with a pace. You know, I felt like he was giving us, but the more he was giving us, the more we wanted. And at some point, but anyway, Jukes himself is happy with the reception that he got in Abuja. He took on his Instagram, wrote in a quote, "Thank you so much, Medic Aid CF." I don't know if I read it correctly. Abuja, of course, history made today. This was massive. I'll be back soon. December, we are returning it up. Even bigger and better, honey. And you can see Diamond Platinum's right there co-signing the poster, honey. I don't want to be messy, y'all. I don't want to be messy, but what Juma Jukes does or did is something that I haven't seen anybody else do or does or already done from East Africa, honey. Okay, considering that he was in a foreign land. Diamond Platinums in the comment section went in there, co-sign, and of course you can see he was definitely loving what Juma Jukes did there. Another person wrote in a quote, and mind you, these are Tanzanians, okay? You all know that for many, them Tanzanian people were hating on Juma Jukes, talking about, oh, he's riding the marriage wave, it will die down, will they support him like that on the ground? But as you can see, for the first time, Nigerians have decided to support somebody. Well, they adopted Jukes, so Jukes is more like their own. Somebody commented in quote, hold on, wale waho anapenda kutembelea hawatulii. Mmeona alichokifanya Juma Jukes, mpunguze midomo, unajua kuzitafuta, kwa hivyo msimpangie jinsi ya kutumia. Piga kazi Baba Rakim. To my Swahili listeners, this person is basically telling people who like to say, oh, Juma Jukes is using a lot of, he was using money anyhow, he likes to travel a lot, or he will go broke trying to impress the in-laws. Now you guys are seeing exactly what that was doing. Kate was more like, according to what I get from her text, she meant that all that Juma Jukes is doing with his money that people are assuming that he's wasting is actually investing. You know what I'm saying? You must use money to get money. Another person said, these are Tanzanians. Comment section or comments that I screenshotted off of Juma Jukes' page, okay? And say, Mwenyezi Mungu azidi kumuinua, my brother. Uzidi kubarikiwa kila siku wewe pamoja na familia yako, of course. This person was basically just enjoying what Juma Jukes is out there getting, okay? Yeah, we've seen some East Africa going to do shows, like, for example, in Zimbabwe, in different parts of Africa, but we haven't seen them being able to pull such a crowd in Western Africa. And Juma Jukes is one of them who did it, or rather the only one who have done it solo. I haven't seen any big act on the lineup of the artists who are going to perform there. Yeah, I know it was an event. It have to do with cancer awareness, but also the person whom appears. Okay, there must be a reason why people will go there. An entertainer whom people like can help sometimes pull in such a huge crowd. That's why more of these brands, okay, they love to work with public figures. And of course, Juma Jukes' own manager also commented. He said, and I quote, "Big fish in the building, history made for real, Abuja. The love was massive." As you can see, personally, I think they thought it will happen, but they did not know it will be as big as it turned out to be. And as you can see, if you read down the comment section, JP fans were so happy. They were so into it. They were just loving everything as it was unfolding. And I liked the way Prissy was just on the podium with her men hyping everybody out. She was like, "Baby, let's get this bag." You know what I'm saying? I loved that for Jukes, you guys. And personally, let's go back to Swag Daddy Ray doing that post and what I get from there, okay? Of course, you all know that when they went, the first concert, or rather the first place that Juma Jukes ever did the performance was at the 80s, which he did tremendously good. And there were some discussions online that the real reason why that hype was there was, based off of the wedding. And of course, there were some other artists who were there who were going to perform, whom people were interested to see. Okay, but this one today, I don't know what the people who always have something to say will say about. Yes, because you have nothing to say, baby. You have nothing to say. People are singing word for word. People are singing Swahili. I see this Nigerian woman singing Swahili like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. That's a good thing if you ask me. Anyway, tell me how y'all feel about it down in the comment section. All in all, I'm happy. I'm happy for Priscilla. I'm happy for Juma Jukes. This 2025, I told you, indeed, was for Juma Jukes and Priscilla. I don't think that they thought that it will be that way, but it happened to be that way. And I told you, the internet loved them this year. Hopefully it happened until they achieve their goals. But anyway, that's just about it for today. Keep it classy. See you in the next one.